welcome to episode 39 of the Rieg AD Wedding Show. We are very privileged to be with Gabriël for the Afrikaans speaking people, or English Gabriel from Gabriël Jewellers and Watches in the Fountains Mall. We are going to talk to him about mostly jewelry, but also advice for couples starting this long journey or sometimes short journey. The love journey. Let's call it correctly, the love journey.
Forever and ever.
Yes. Forever and ever. But I think before we start, maybe just share with the viewers your history, because I know there's quite a rich history in terms of your family and the jewelry industry, etc.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was born in a jewelry business. My dad was a watchmaker and jeweler in Paarl. And eventually my mom walked into the store one day, beautiful young girl, and she bought an opal pendant from him. And then the relationship started, and the rest is history. So I was born in the business. We moved to Humansdorp in '69, and the main reason was my dad is a very keen fisherman, or used to be a keen fisherman. So we ended up Humansdorp and Jeffreys Bay, St. Francis Cape, St. Francis, Oyster Bay. And that's when he started the first jewelry shop in Humansdorp.
Yeah. 1969.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long.
That's a while ago, yeah.
Well, like you said, that was the first jewelry
store in Humansdorp.
Yeah. When did you move to Jeffreys Bay? When was the first store?
We opened up, I would say about 25 years ago. We opened up our store in Jeffreys Bay in the Nautilus building next to Absa Bank.
Yes. Because I remember
from that time.
Yeah, we've been coming to Jeffreys Bay for more than 25 years now. I know that every time that my mom comes to Jeffreys Bay, something needs to be fixed or something needs to be brought.
And she only had her jewelry fixed and reset and resized at your shop.
Awesome.
From Pretoria.
Yeah.
And really she even took some of her friends' stuff with. Yeah. And first thing we went to Santa Fe.
Yes.
And
the coffee shop.
And she would book in all her jewelry. That was the main things that happened. So it is a tradition even in our family as well.
Yeah, often people would ask me, give me an idea of your clients. And I would say, like in your case, people from all over South Africa. Because it's almost like they've picked their jeweler, their doctor, their dentist. They picked their jeweler. And this is their guy, and they're going to stick. Now, the privilege of being around for quite a while is the fact that we trust it.
Yes.
And people know that they can rely on us. And I must admit, our service department, we provide from a watch glass to setting a diamond, all of that.
Okay.
Fitting the watch straps, that's very important. So you can't get this on the internet or any other page, or you need to come to the person self. We can fix the watch, we can sort out your ring or your chain, and that's what
I think that's why something like this whole lockdown period was probably a big challenge for you, because I know there's a lot of businesses that can operate very efficiently online. But I do agree, if you want to have a watch sized, I mean, you can measure your wrist as many times as you like, but there's nothing like having it sized in person.
And to come back to the wedding industry, I mean, you've with your experience, it's not just about jewelry anymore. It's about reminding a couple what the marriage is about. And I think you feel very strong about that. We're also in the love industry. We're not in the photography industry. We're in the love industry. Weddings is our main business. And I mean, you've got so much that you can give. Especially, we talked before we started recording, but I would love you to share a couple of the inspirational stories that you can give to a guy.
I think what we've got today is that the young men, and maybe even some of the older guys, need to sharpen up and be more aggressive, romantic. Because it's almost like they leave it for one day, or if I need this, or whatever. Romance is key. And often when he presents her with a gift, a piece of jewelry, or maybe the engagement ring, let's call it the side shows, the effort around it that leads up to the day where he hands her the ring. It's almost that she will remember that highlight like forever.
Yes.
You couldn't believe this, and she would, and shout and call the friends and say, you won't believe what he did, I didn't expect it from him. So I would definitely encourage the guys to step it up a couple of levels, because it's important. Because he sets the standard for taking initiative, being romantic, and being creative. Do something out of the box. You can listen and look and go check out what the other guys did, but put it together and do something unique specifically for your woman.
And something that she would appreciate, because I think that's the whole thing. Because if your friend did something, it might be great, but it's something that his fiancée or his wife would appreciate. Be specific to your partner.
What I would love to see is a raise in the level of going overboard. This is my one and only. This is my one and only marriage. This is the girl I've been longing to. And he's got the tool in himself to make her grow and just flourish, but it's up to him. And then the other thing is, never stop doing it. Once you've got the ring on the finger, please guys, take the initiative. Do it.
I've got goosies. Never thought that the jewelry program would turn into this solid advice. But I can totally agree with you.
Yes.
You cannot get a girl high and make her have expectations and then just leave her like that. You have to follow up on that romance.
Maintenance is key.
For sure.
What I wanted to say, think back. The guys who contacted us before the engagement, who set up these extravagant, even if I didn't have a big budget,
beautiful.
Even if it was only on
it's not about money. No, it's about the initiative.
Yes, those girls. I mean, what Gabriel was saying is very, very true. Because what they are remembering is not necessarily the ring.
No,
they'll show the ring to everyone the next day, but that whole
the story,
moment, that realization, that look what he's done. He's planned all of this for me, not for someone else.
What she can pick up from that is the fact that she's really important.
Yes.
She's the love of his life. And often guys would ask me, so how much do you think I should spend? Now we've got a thing that we work on about 3 months' salary. And then the guy would look at me and say, what? But if he does it, or maybe even 5 months' salary, put it together to get a figure, a number, that will indicate to his future wife, listen, if this is the way we're going to start it, there's a beautiful future for us. And I had a chat with a young guy this morning. I said to him, why do you still wait to get married? And then he started, there was about 10 solid reasons why not and all of that. But he's in love, she's beautiful, he adores, she's the woman of his life, but he can't do the following by, and I need to wait, I'm still too young. Marry young. Have fun together when you're young. Why do you want to wait till you 30 some odd?
Grow together.
I often ask the guys, so do you love her? She is it. So what else do you need? Why can't you marry? And it's often, I would like the guys I would like to see them to take more initiative. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
You don't have to tell us. That's kind of what we did.
And 8 months later we were married. And
that's the way to go.
And we said, a lot of people gave us advice, a little bit older people, and said we have to get to know each other. And we said we've got our whole life to get to know. That is why we want to be together. And we want to get to know each other while we're married.
There's a lot of people, unfortunately, right now who are forced to extend their engagements. And I mean, that's circumstances way beyond their control. But I mean, there's no need to wait 5 years before you get engaged and wait another 2 years before you get married. I mean, what we're saying is, if you love one another,
be with one another as long as possible, as a married couple.
While we touched on the rings now, and we touched on, I think it'll help a lot of guys to kind of know what the budget is. But I do think as well, it's just a guideline. I think it's like anything else in the wedding industry. It's all specific to.
Yes.
But how much time does a guy need if he's now really serious to get engaged and he's planning this very romantic
engagement or question,
or engagement celebration, whatever you want to call it? How much time do you need to prepare the ring that he wants?
To help with the design and source some extra stones. get the manufacturing, the setting of the stones on the road or on the way, we need about 2 to 3 weeks to do a proper job.
Okay.
We need consultation time. I'd love to get the guys in, the girlfriend or the couple. If not, I also still prefer when he can bring her into the store, they can have a look around, get some ideas, then he can take the initiative. Because what it's all about, he needs to know her heart.
Yeah, what she likes.
What she likes. Then he can come up with a creative idea and present the ring and say to her, listen, my love, here we go. We've looked around, this is in my heart, we've made you this ring, or I bought you this ring, and there we go.
And that'll also help with sizing, because I think for a lot of guys that's a big challenge, is how
Yeah.
to get the ring in the right size. So there was an opportunity for, or
Okay.
is there a trick?
No, what I recommend, I tell them, bring her in, let's size the finger. Yeah, but
Then she's gonna know.
bring her in. She by now need to know there's something happening.
Yes.
There's something brewing.
There needs to be
So
something
bring her
special.
in. We measure the finger size, the ring. She can look around, and then you go home. And then she would WhatsApp her friends. Oh, we've been to the jewelry store. What's happening? I don't know. I've got no clue. What's happening? And it's a way of taking the initiative by getting the girl all excited and there's something happening. I've got no clue. He took
The
my
suspense.
size. We looked at rings, but
He's
it's now
serious.
a week. What's happening? and in that sense, we used to do in the past. We used to do situations where we we would come up with secrets of getting her into the store, managing to measure the finger. Then at the end of the day, we realized, leave that.
Yeah.
Bring her in.
Yes.
It's part of the
Yeah, it's
excitement.
part of it. It's part of the
Totally.
excitement. It's probably
Yeah.
the excitement.
The suspense, the waiting, then every time that they actually, I think every time that they go out then,
Yes,
she's like
expecting something.
Yeah.
painting her nails.
There's excitement in the air.
Yeah.
And I often recommend, although the guy wanted to do business with us, I would say go to another jeweler. Go through, if you're in P, go check out some other rings. But get the motion. Oh, we've been to this jewelry store. We've been to this one. We've been to. Is this guy serious?
I love it. I love
And
it.
then at the end of the day, if they get the ring, or we manufacture, or we design, whatever, they come back to us. It's all part of the bigger picture, and it's all about getting. There's a new level, man. There's something special happening.
I love it.
And obviously then again, before the wedding, there needs to be another visit to
Yes.
get
The wedding
what's the
band.
correct
Yeah,
wedding
and-
band,
yeah, and the grooms-
and for the groom's
the
ring
groom's
as well.
ring.
Yeah.
So I mean, then it's a little bit more. I think by then
Everyone
everyone's
knows.
aware what's happening, so
Yeah.
there's no more surprise
Yeah.
element. But again, I think from a timeline point of view, same story, at least probably 3, 4, 5 weeks.
It all depends. If you look at white gold rings, the core of gold is yellow, almost like an egg, that type of yellow. So we add palladium and some other metals to change the color into a whiter color, but you need to still rhodium plate it. It's a thin layer of rhodium that being rhodium plated onto that, and then you get that bright, beautiful white look to it. That's white gold. Although we call it white gold, it tends to, after about 6-7 months of actively wearing your ring, tends to fade a little bit, and then we can redo that. Normally, if somebody gets a ring manufactured, made by us, we offer them at least one free rhodium plating.
Okay.
Which is nice.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Something else that I would recommend is for the guys to move away from just one ring. I mean, he can have his gold ring, he can have a titanium ring, you can have the core silicon rings that we do nowadays.
Very
Excellent
popular.
for outdoor activity.
Yeah.
Beautiful, different woods, colors, and all of that. For the active guy, awesome ring, and he can always wear his ring. Why would he always be wearing his ring? To show to the world, I'm committed to that woman. There's the proof. Don't find excuses not to wear the ring. Find the excuse to wear the ring.
Or by giving him more than one.
That is actually very nice.
Like us guys, often you find the guy's got one watch, one ring, one chain. That's it, done. Nothing more. It's like, hey,
so true.
you're boring, man. Get into another ring. Buy yourself another ring. Change the color.
The
Like
women
shoes.
like it, so
Yeah. Like shoes.
Yeah.
There's another. Sorry.
No, I'm just looking at your ring.
Yeah, I know. But we are unique in that sense that neither me or Adi have worn rings for
Okay, for the.
well, 18 years probably, 19 years.
Yeah. But let's not go into that.
That's
We're committed.
Yeah.
I'm not very much into jewelry. I do appreciate jewelry. I endorse.
On my chest.
I endorse rings. I love jewelry. Just don't like wearing it myself. So.
Another thing that we wanted to touch on, that something that's becoming popular, is gifting.
Yeah.
Gifting on the wedding.
Yeah.
We know that there's various types of ways
Yeah.
that the ladies do it, or the guys.
And especially customization with the nomination bands and.
The nomination bracelet's excellent idea.
Yeah.
What I've seen over the years is that if you invite somebody to be part of your group, a bridesmaid or whatever, there's a special relationship.
Yes.
And because of that, and because of the special day, you can give them something small. Now, with the nomination bracelets, you can always add, you can give an initial, you can give a special something. Because of your relationship with that specific person, you can buy the right thing and they can wear it. So that's good. We've seen some other stuff also where they would actually buy them a little chain with a pendant on, or something just to bring all the bridesmaids in line. And for the mana, maybe the guys get them a specific watch, 3 of the same watches, so that specific day taking the photos.
Yes,
it's always nice,
watch,
and they match up, and then in the bridegroom and all of that. But there's so much that they can do, but it's all about initiative, and then why not? Just do it.
Yeah, and also knowing what's nice is that you should know what your groomsmen and your bridesmaid really like, and give them something that they end up wearing. Because I think that's the thing that we've been hinting at a lot, that if you do any gifting on the wedding, make sure it's something that people will actually
wear or use.
Or so it's not going home and it's going into a cupboard or into a drawer and it's forgotten about. Get something that you know that person will actually wear. So I've seen with the watches a lot of the brides actually give the groom a watch as well as a wedding gift. That often happens on the wedding day.
Always.
And it's normally something that the groom likes, and
always
wants it.
And then what we do is we do beautiful laser engraving at the back of the watch, or sometimes even inside of the rings. Beautiful laser engraving, which is very, very effective, and it just reminds you always about the back day.
Yes,
the day that everything
happened. Every time you put it on, you see
the date and the initials.
Yeah, we do that.
I think from our side, we've kind of covered the jewelry angle, and I think, like we said, what's interesting is we've gone actually beyond the jewelry. We've actually discussed what the band or what it seems.
The importance, the significance of it. It's not a piece of jewelry.
No.
It's much bigger than that.
Yeah.
It is a commitment.
It shows your commitment, and it's something that you show the world. I'm married to one specific special woman.
Yeah.
She's one in millions. She's my wife.
One in billions.
Yeah. There's none.
That was just perfect.
I think the last question from our side, any general advice to a couple starting this journey? Whether they've already talked about getting engaged or they're heading that direction. What would be your personal advice for them?
Okay. First of all, it's very important to get the blessing from both parents, from her side and from his side, and then start off with the almost commission of the whole family, because at the end of the day, what are we doing? We're building family.
Yes.
And healthy families gives us a healthy society. So if you can get the blessing of both the parents, that's a good start. And then as you take the initiative, sir, they can all work together. They can come up with ideas, or somebody could phone and say, listen, I've got Oma's ring here. I've got Grand's ring. It's been sitting with us for the last 15 years. Grandma passed away, but she always said, if her granddaughter gets married, this is going. And then the guy can take the sentiment, add it to his initiative, get us to design a beautiful ring, and then put, you know what, marriage is bringing families together.
Yeah.
And that to me, I've seen some guys that sort of, I'm doing it also on my own, and I can't, no, Get the support of your parents, your side, her side, because it's going to end up in a big family affair. We're working towards the big day where all the family will be together.
Yes.
We'll be celebrating this wedding. So get the okay from everybody, and if not, work on it. If there's a little bit misunderstanding, work on it, because the wedding day is going to be a day of celebration. We don't want people there with, I don't.
Back.
We want it to be a happy occasion. And then as he starts taking the initiative, she will flourish. I've recommended to some girls, if there's not a lot happening, speak to him. Get him all excited. Tell him about your girlfriend that got engaged or married or whatever.
Hint.
Let him hear. Hint, yeah. Let him walk past a jewelry store and take him in, or do something, or show him on Instagram or wherever. Show him some beautiful, that he can now start learning.
Yes.
Okay, for most guys this is small because it's big because it's small.
Yes.
It's a small thing with a big price.
But the significance is way bigger than the actual outcome.
There's options today. If we can't afford a diamond, there's other ways.
Yes.
There's other stones, there's other beautiful rings that is available. We try and keep our range of engagement rings as special and as fresh as possible. If you can walk in, there'll be at least 20, 30, 50 rings for you to look at. Different price brackets. And it's also important to put a price down. Say, I'm going to spend about, 60, 70 or maybe 30 or 20.
Gabriel, I think what you touched on is very valid with the budget. And I think for all the guys out there, it's maybe some good advice that they start communicating with their wife or their wife-to-be before the wedding or before even getting engaged about more things than just how we feel about it. Communicate about finances, communicate about other things. I mean, ultimately a relationship is a wedding is a partnership.
Yes.
And that relationship is built on trust. And you need to be able to communicate with one another and talk to one another and actually share. So if you can't afford the 60,000 Rand ring, talk to her.
What I would definitely ask the guys is on the side, just come here quickly, let's look at budget, and then we present, say, 10 or 12 rings within his price bracket. Okay. And then whatever she pick is fine with him. Because often the guy would almost faint if she picked the 65,000 Rand ring, and that's way out of his budget. So just a way of communicating, and I would often assist the guys, just whisper in my ear, or I would show the price on the side and he would say yes or blah, blah, blah. So that's important. And even in communication with the parents or the family set up, just to keep them also in the picture, because whatever's going to happen in future, there's a lot to do with finance. And we start off with the ring is an important thing.
It's an important thing. Well, I think thank you very much. We've discussed so much more than just jewelry today, and I think that's the amazingness of this conversation. And I think the last question is just general advice. I mean, you've been married yourself for many years. I mean, you've spoken to so many people. Just general advice.
I would pick up on the communication, and then definitely the initiative. The guys need to be creative. Out of this world. Okay. If you can't do it, get some advice. Ask somebody that's been married. Ask his dad, his whoever. Get some advice. Add it to your personal creativity and be the guy for your wife. Do the thing that's because of love, you can touch her heart.
Yes.
And then you can keep on doing that by taking the right initiative and be the man. So I would say definitely that, and then something else I would definitely recommend is how do you equip yourself to be the husband, to take the responsibility. If things starts grinding down a little bit, you can sit down your beautiful wife and you can say, girl, this is not a problem. Then whatever he puts into himself, I would often ask the guy, so you spend this much, and how much did effort and what did you spend on equipping you to become the best husband? Because we all, if you want to go play golf, you get a professional, you get somebody to help you to play the game.
Yes.
Now you're going to get into a marriage which is, I would say, probably, if not the most important commitment ever in your life.
Yes.
Then the guys would say to me, well, I don't know. I'm just going to get married. I love it. No, sir. What do you do to equip yourself to become the best husband for your wife? There's some tricks. There's some initiative. There's ideas. There's possibilities. Go buy a book. Go read a video. Or go buy a book. Read the book. Yeah. Watch the video and read the book.
Yeah.
And get yourself equipped. Because at the end of the day, you, sir, are the one that's responsible for the level of the success of your marriage. That's it. We as manne has been called by God to be the head of the home and to lead your wife in a special way. Well, get yourself equipped.
I can attest to 20 years happy wife, happy life.
But you are a good leader.
But it's as simple as that.
Very important.
I've got lots of respect for his leadership.
I agree with what you're saying now. Help your husband, empower him to become your leader, the best man that you can get. And often the ladies can use whatever they've got against, and it's almost like a fight. Help him to lead you, because if he can lead you, you can feel I'm led by the man, the love of my life.
So, communication.
That's it. Good.
Well, Gabriel, thank you very much. I mean, this was amazing. Like I said already, we've discussed so much more than jewelry. I mean, and I'm quite sure for our viewers out there, especially for the guys, maybe a bit of a lesson, more than planning a wedding. This is more important almost than planning.
Just an encouragement. We're not pointing fingers. We're just telling guys, get the thing going.
Yes.
You can do it.
You hear, guys? Well, once again, thank you all very much for watching. It's been a pleasure having you here with us. Remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away that Rieg AD family lifestyle and couple shoot with value of 3,000 Rand. And Gabriel indicated that he's going to add something to that.
Yeah, we're going to give away to you a nomination bracelet with one beautiful link.
Okay, beautiful. So
as part of this.
That's even more initiative to subscribe.
Such a huge gift.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
The price list grows.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure to add this so that you subscribe. Please,
all you have
guys,
to do is subscribe. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Bye.